What's up, and welcome to the Boys of Fall. It says the broadcast is not working on X, but then there's people. I can see people watching, so that's weird. We're on week four. Week four. We'll pull the recap up screen up here to get started. Pretty good slate of games today. Ty, how you feeling this fine morning?
Look, I feel great. Two reasons why. One, we did a prayer in the Discord. Heavenly Father, there out. Forgive those who trespass against us. We forgive those who trespass against. Like we're rolling today. All right. The last 2 days we've been on fire. On fire. Went like 5-1 yesterday. I think I went 6-2 the day before. Like we're hitting dogs. Dogs are barking like crazy for us over at Trophies. And right now, if you want, you can get in for a free 3-day trial. So if you want to win college football, NFL, don't wait till Tuesday to take us up on this offer. Baseball. Come in, win your money today, and then stay.
Is there UFC on today?
I don't think so today.
Bummer. That would have been the ultimate hookup there. All right. 10:03. Start up 10 o'clock here. We got I got some people spilling in here. If you're watching on X or you follow us on Twitter, or I'm sorry, if you're subscribed on YouTube, do me a favor, share this somehow. Share it somewhere. Help us continue to get some people in here hanging out, get new friends, everything like that. Help us help you guys. I'm pulling this bad boy up. Oops, I missed this button. I'm still trying to remember how to run. That's better. I like that view. Okay. Kind of cuts off a little bit there, but that's all right. So week 3 is over. Had some bad beats here. I'm sure Ty, I was even going to put a little hook emoji on there, but Oregon was up. I think they were up 27. Gave up an 80-yard touchdown with like under 2 minutes to go. Garbage time touchdown. I even had them actually at 20 and a half, and that even ruined it because they won by just 20. Our Purdue 6.5 was very sweaty. USC was on the 1 or 2 yard line as time expired. I still have this cough. I apologize. Pitt was up, gave up a 2 touchdown lead in the fourth quarter. Vanderbilt, of course, as Ty will talk about, I'm sure, won outright there. And Notre Dame, we're off to a bad start here. Time to stop betting on Notre Dame. Although I do think they probably cover against Purdue today, but we won't go into that. Ty, you got some green on there.
Listen, I'm frustrated last week with the show because, look, I always move certain things. So the Pitt versus West Virginia game really upset me because 55 is a key number. And that's exactly where it landed.
Yep.
And they started off so slow, and then they turned it around, and they started scoring points. And then Temple, just
couldn't help.
There's like a few teams I just don't ever bet on. Temple was always one of them, and occasionally these teams will fool me. And the last few weeks Temple fooled me, and I bet on them to help out and over. Oklahoma should have beat them even more though. 42-3, just should have been much higher.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. What's up, Richard? What's up, Jay Lamb? Jay Lamb, community star in the Discord there. He's giving out plays there as well. Discord's been straight cash. That link I do not actually have in the description. I've just got the one to join.
I'm gonna get it right now, and I'm gonna post it in the chat. So,
but anyhow, though, it'll you can post in the chat there, and then the Trophies Twitter page. I think it's just Trophies Discord. They had posted as well. And then KX, I don't know. The stream is definitely going, so maybe refresh that if you're not seeing that. But let's get this out of here.
It's telling me it failed the post in the chat.
You might not. Maybe you're not allowed to send like a link or anything. Whoa, what happened here?
Hey, KXN, go to YouTube and then go to Trophies Sports Discord.
Or Twitter.
Okay, cool.
You mean?
Yeah, Twitter. Sorry.
But all right, I bet you. I wonder because I'm like the leader, I might be able to send a link. So give me just a second. Ty, go ahead and start off with your first play, and then I'll look that link up.
Let's just get right into it. Look, this slate, especially at noon, is like a little tricky. But there's one thing. I talked about him last week. On this show, I like to give out a Heisman winner. I gave him out. Gave him out in the Discord a few weeks ago. We're taking him. It's Devin Dampierre. Let me tell you about this kid. This kid's an absolute dog. You don't know about him because he played in New Mexico, but the kid's an absolute problem. When he was with the Lobos was a problem. He's going to be a problem. I mean, he already is a problem with Utah. Here's the thing. Texas Tech, great defense. They spent $28 million this year on their football team. It's not going to matter when they head to Utah for essentially a 9 a.m. kick their time. Devin Dampierre, if you don't have him as Heisman now, you've already lost some value, but take him because after today, the cat's out the bag. The world will be introduced to Devin Dampierre. Well, Ty, Devin Dampierre doesn't play linebacker or safety. It doesn't matter. The guy plays quarterback, the most important position in all of sports. This guy will run. He will pass. He will, when a hike is coming out, when they're snapping the ball, he'll drop it. He'll go pick it up, and then he'll throw a dot to the end zone for a touchdown. That's a real highlight. Look it up. Double D's gets the W today.
Double D's.
Devin Dampierre, -2.5. Give me the Utes. Give me the Utes. Give me the Utes.
Yeah, he as of right now, he is the 8th shortest odds. But I remember I had a free bet when you were talking about him like 2 weeks ago. I think I threw the free bet on it. I was like, I forgot you had mentioned it or whatever. And I feel like I got it at like 24. It's at like 17, I think, right now. So I mean, it's definitely dropping.
And do not forget, what were we on last year? Right here, Jort. Who did we give out?
Old Travis Hunter.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. Had that one posted in the Discord. So speaking of the Discord, I did get that link. I think Ty might not be able to because I'm like the leader or whatever of whatever here. So that's maybe why. So I posted the link here if you are interested in signing up. If you're not a member already in the Discord, there's a 3-day free trial. I have 5 builders posted already. Just a full day, busy day just at the house here. So I posted a lot. I see a door creeping behind me. I am riding solo with the kids. Hey, go. That's what the worst part. Sawyer. My son walks in with a Batman mask that does like a deep voice. But hold on.
In the pocket, the defense is coming at you. Come on. Oh, he just cursed in the
Ty, go run another play. I'll do 2 back to back.
We're going again. Look, we're calling an audible right here on the fly. Jort's playing Justin. So here we go. The next play. Who should I go with next? I already have the plays put together, but let's just do it. Okay. We're going to go with Tennessee UAB over 68.5. I said in the Discord, I'm already prepared for that. This is a ton of points. This is crazy. 68 points. Yeah, let me tell you something. The Vols put up 72 last week. So that means that they would have hit this total by themselves. Here's the best part about it. UAB, I've watched 2 of their games, maybe 3. I'm not even sure. It's weekend at Bernie's on the defense. 11 dudes get shipped out there. I'm not even sure if they have heartbeats. They should just give Tennessee 7, let UAB come play offense. If they punt, give Tennessee 7. Let's just keep it rolling here because that's what's going to happen. It's going to be bombs away for Tennessee. UAB, though, last week, Tennessee scored 72, but they gave up, I want to say 17, I believe, against Tennessee Tech or Tennessee State. UAB will be able to find points, but Tennessee's going to probably put up 60. That's how bad this defense is. There's 11 weekend at Bernie's that go out there, play defense. Give me the over.
Yep. Yeah. And That was UAB that, I mean, put a scare on Navy. I mean, UAB looked, I mean, Navy's no, fantastic team, but I remember watching that game and I'm like, dang, like I was holding on to just a Navy money line, probably, in a parlay or something. I was like, I was sweating, and UAB was moving the ball pretty good.
Yep.
So, yeah, I like that. Definitely like that one here. I'll throw out two here. I got two on the early slate here. Going to the Iron Skillet. I think I was reading it might be one of the last matchups they might be having for it or whatever, but SMU versus TCU, going with over 63.5. I didn't get a chance to see what kind of line movement we had. I put these slides together last night. Oh, so that's still the same at least. Both these teams the last few years just finding themselves in shootouts, especially in this game. I mean, you're seeing, a ton of points. I mean, we've seen 100+ points in these types of matchups. Two pretty dang good quarterbacks. I really like Jennings. I really like Hoover. I think both guys can be throwing the ball all over the yard. If you can bet props, the one pass touchdown at each quarter is like plus 390. I think that's pretty good value. I think I mentioned that when SMU played Baylor. There was the third quarter. I think they didn't have one, so went 3 for 4, but unfortunately that missed it. But I think we have two pretty good quarterbacks. We have an SMU defense that has been looking soft. TCU hasn't been looking all that strong either. Both their best units are definitely the offense. It could realistically be a track meet and see a lot of points here. So definitely like the 63.5 for the air raid styles that we have here. This is definitely that type of game. You wanted to watch an exciting college football game. This is definitely the one if you want to see some points. I think at the noon o'clock slate. I like it a lot.
Did you mention how much they scored last year?
It was over 100, I think. 104 maybe.
104.
Yeah. A lot.
The type of game I want to watch. Absolute
Right.
track meet.
Yeah, this is the game you want to. If you got a quad box or you got two TVs, you want to have this one on top of another one. You got access to
put 66.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah. Right. So they went over themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I'll go again here since I run into the kids thing. I did really like Utah as well. I had Utah written down, but then I just kind of kept going back and forth, and I don't remember which one it was, but I had another I liked, better. So kind of back tie there. But I look at this North Army. Dang, it actually moved a little bit. So I'll change it up. So I had just North Texas money line. Minus 146. It just, I don't know. That feels like too much to back the money line tie. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how we feel about that or not. You look at me with eyes because I think you like Army a little bit. But I think that in this spot, we're looking at this North Texas offense has just been electric. They're dropping these 50 burgers over and over. They're moving the ball up and down the field. They are a very, very explosive offense. Their defense is certainly lacking a little bit, but Army is not an explosive offense. The way that North Texas just puts up points so quick, if North Texas can get up a couple scores, I mean, it's over. Army is not a comeback type of school. Obviously they run that that triple option or whatever version of it they're doing nowadays, and it's just a spot where North Texas, could run away with the game in my opinion. I do have North Texas in like a builder at like plus 10.5 or something. It's just something super duper safe. But I definitely like North Texas to get the win. But for the sake of the show, I feel guilty trying to give you a minus 146 money line to try to track it towards like a record. So I'll just take that minus 2.5. Hope they can get out of there with a field goal win. But I do feel like this could be one that is I think it's either like a comfortable win. It's either North Texas loses the game or they blow Army out of the water and win by double digits. If it's close, Army I think pulls it out. If it's a win our side, I think North Texas wins like handedly. I think you always like it. I know you like your Armies.
Yeah, you stole my salute to service play of the day. But you did look. The rules are the rules. Whoever's first to send the plays to each other gets the dibs.
You could have. You could have gone against it. It's all right.
Absolutely not. I would never do that. So, but we can move on. We're gonna go to two things I love in this world. I love a Syracuse dog at home, And I love a Brett Bielema, just dog, period. Okay? And we're getting that in Illinois versus Indiana today.
Let's just say, I thought I pulled out the right comment.
Illinois and Altmaier is going to erase the memory that has these people betting on Indiana, which is last year and last week. No. Brett Bielema, I think, wins this game outright. So you will take the plus 7.5. You're going to move it right up a point because we're always key numbers matter here. As we saw last week, when I didn't move it from 55.5 to 54, we lose. Move it to 7.5. Cover yourself. And guess what? Sprinkle that money line. Illinois is the real deal. Altmaier is the real deal. And Brett Bielema, as a dog, is somebody I will always ride with. Look, these are two basketball schools that are trying to figure out their football schools. And I think Illinois, the Fighting Illini, come out on top today against these Hoosiers. Give me the Illini, baby.
I definitely like them too. Yeah. And then, I thought I pulled up the right comment. They're going to lose. And then Echo, we were talking about SMU and TCU matchup last year for that one.
I think it was like 60, maybe 64-42 or like 66-42.
I'm pretty sure it was 104 is what it came out to.
Ton of points.
Yeah, a lot of points. All right. I think my next play will segue into something else here nicely too. We'll go with this is the one that I booted Utah out for. Kansas minus 12.5 versus West Virginia. We talk about college football is nice because you get to bet the like extrinsic factors. In NFL, they're professionals. Not a lot of outside factors that kind of look into it outside of maybe like someone playing in Miami and they're in the sun and it's 130 degrees on the sideline or something like that, But West Virginia just made it out of a grueling overtime victory against Pittsburgh. We talk about Pittsburgh blew that. West Virginia, in overtime, they both kick field goals. They end up scoring, Pittsburgh. I don't even think they got a yard in that second OT. So I'm pretty sure it's 2 OTs that just came out. One of the biggest games in their schedule. Big rivalry game, big emotional game. They're hyped. I think it's hard to get back up for the next game. Kansas is coming off a bye. So I get to back who I think is the better team in Kansas, who is well rested, who has had extra time to prepare, and I'm fading the team that's coming off an emotional victory. Kansas, to me, is definitely a 2-touchdown better team than West Virginia, in my opinion. And then we get the situational spot where they have the extra rest. They have the mental advantage, in my opinion. I think Kansas wins this one pretty comfortably, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll roll right into Kansas, too. Everyone knows I've been in jail for a while. All right. Rich Rodriguez, I watched him cry on the field last week. You talked about it. An emotional win. No, it really wasn't. Like, Rich Rod was straight up crying after the game. Yeah. Kansas is going to put up some serious points today. I truly feel like that team last week, West Virginia, they should have lost. Watching the game, I thought that they should have lost. It wasn't until the end that they really, strapped in. But I still think Pitt's the better team. And you're going up against a really tough, Lance Leipold-led team over there in Kansas. So we're going to go with Kansas team total over 33.5. I just don't see how it goes any other way. Emotional win. They pull it out. Rich Rodriguez is crying. Kids are storming the field. Lance Leipold don't care. You're about to get smacked in the mouth. Welcome to the Daniels experience.
Yeah. And when he's healthy, man, he's a good quarterback.
Problem.
Yeah, for sure.
If he wasn't at Kansas, he is a legitimate Heisman watch list.
Right. Yeah.
And that does matter, unfortunately, right? It's not like how it used to be. You can watch all these games, and it's just like it would be very, very – the numbers he would have to put up for him to be truly considered at Kansas as a Heisman, candidate would have to be absurd. Like, undeniable numbers. So, we're just going to go with Kansas team total over 33.5.
And I do like Kansas. I'm a big Supernatural fan. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, but they're from Lawrence, Kansas.
I absolutely love that show.
I do too. I've just been putting it on just randomly in the house just to
It's
have
the
something
best.
on.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to get off track, but I'm not into any of that weird crap, like sci-fi crap.
Yeah.
Like I fought Game of Thrones for a long time because, I mean, there's dragons in it. This is just ridiculous.
Right.
But let me tell you, Supernatural.
Yeah.
Once that show gets its claws into you, it's over for you.
Yeah. Right. We watched it. I remember I watched the first couple seasons, and then my wife. I heard like I was early in our relationship, I think, and then we watched it all through, all 12 or whatever, 12 seasons. I think.
It's like it's not like a normal show where you can like binge it and there's like 3 seasons. No, there's like 19 and they have like 30 episodes per season. So
yeah, it takes you like a year to get through it. All right, I see some questions starting to pop up. At the end, we will go through the. I got a question about UNLV. We got questions about Michigan. We got comments about Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I think, does. They better. They have to. They have to kill Purdue today. But we'll get into that. Let's finish out. We should each have 2 left, I believe. Or nope, 2 and 1. My next one's gonna be Miami -7.5. Not a lot to say about it, to be honest. Miami is just the better team. Lagway has not looked good. Lights too bright kind of thing, in my opinion, for him. And unfortunately, like I really do hate to say it because I just don't like him. Carson Beck's looked good. I think he's a goofball. In the offseason, he got caught DMing girls and just stupid stuff, whatever. But
okay, but timeout. He also is like a 21-year-old Division I quarterback in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, every dude in this chat would be doing the same.
Yeah, no, I know, but some of it was pretty like cornball stuff, though. Like it was.
That's the thing. He does not have to be cool.
He didn't have to try. Yeah, exactly. It's like, does that shit work? And like, I'm sure it does because he's like a millionaire.
Football, like, that works,
right? But the one point I do have in a sense of handicapping outside of I just think Miami just kills them at this point. Florida just played USF, and USF beat Florida. Miami just played USF, and they won 49-12. Now, any given Sunday, obviously the game got away from them. You get a different game script, whatever. But I mean, to me, that's a big common opponents. I like to look at it a lot in college basketball. Is a big factor in my head. But I mean, Miami just beat the hell out of USF, and Florida really struggled with them. Miami's looked great. Miami's beat some good teams. Notre Dame's not a great team, but they are certainly above average, and they handled them just fine. Florida is not at any sort of level of that, to this point, I think. So Miami -7.5. Once again, for the sake of the show, if I was gonna you're never gonna hear me say the word hammer or anything like that. But if I was gonna put significant money on this bet, I would definitely pull it down to -6 to the -6.5, out without a doubt. But I think those odds are going to be just kind of grow. As I'm talking, I'm pulling it up here. But just to be fair, I was going to take it at what it's at, unless it's actually reasonable. But I'm sure it's not. -132. That's not that bad.
So DJ Lagalagale is playing quarterback for these dudes now.
Yeah,
he's no longer DJ Lagway. He's lost that last name.
Right.
He is now DJ Lagalagale, like DJ Ugalagale. Essentially, look, I feel bad for that kid. And I feel, and like I said this last week, the USF game was so, like, I know better. I hate to bring up last name, but I know better. What did I say? I said, look, last week was probably the time to take them against an opponent like a Florida or a Miami. But I'm going to try it one more time because this team really could be the real deal. And I really do like them. And sure enough, it was the moment I know everyone jumped on this team that they went out and got smoked. And I know better than to do what I did, and I still did it, and I got caught. So I did. I just wanted to mention that because that just really ups because I knew better.
Right.
I knew better.
For sure.
All right.
Final play. One more. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Final play from me. Look, there's only one place I want to go for this. Only one place at all. And we're going to go to a school that every 20 18, 19-year-old man wishes he went to. And that's Forks Up, baby. Right here. Arizona State. All day long. I love Sam Levitt. Okay? I love Raleek Brown at running back. Sure, there's no Cam Scatterbo. We don't need him. Arizona State's going to win this game outright. But we're going to move it to plus 3.5. Okay? But I truly believe that Sam Levitt is going to lead this team. I get it. People like Baylor, man. And I liked Baylor early on too. But what they went down and they played Auburn and they lost. Like, I did not really like what I saw from Sawyer Robertson. People will love him. Doing well. But listen, there's certain coaches and teams' identities that like thrive as an underdog, right? So Brett Bielema, one of those teams will do well. An Iowa team or even a Rutgers team really does well, especially when they're on the road as a dog. Another team, Syracuse. It's like if you see these teams that are dogs, it's like, no, you got to understand that these coaches are eating this up. Like they're feeding this shit to their team the entire week. So, give me Sam Levitt and the boys down there. Forks Up. The Sun Devils, as you can see right here on my shirt. Kenny Dillian, let's go.
You always got a prop.
Forks Up. I always got a prop.
Got a prop.
I always got a prop. Like, no, this was intentional.
How'd you say the because I don't like the way it's pronounced. How would you say his name was, the Baylor's quarterback, first name?
Sawyer.
So I don't think that's my oldest first name. But I heard the announcers talking about it, and he does not pronounce it. I don't know. I just remember thinking, I'm like, that's weird. I don't like that.
Well, okay, let me just say this. He hasn't earned my respect enough to even attempt to try to say his name properly.
I think they pronounce it Sawyer. Sawyer.
No, then he's a hillbilly.
Yeah, and verse like soy is in like soybean.
Yeah, no, he's a hillbilly if he pronounces it that way. That's because of his accent. That's not actually how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I remember the announcers made like they were because they always talk about like it's not Bijan, it's Bijan, not Bijan, or whatever. And announcers always talk about something stupid like that, But
look, this is not going to be probably widely appreciated take, but you make enough money, I can probably call you like I can pronounce your name really whatever, and it should not matter.
Yeah, right. That's for sure. All right. Last play. Then we're getting into we'll get into any questions. So if you have a question about a particular game, I can pull up FanDuel here, look at lines. So go ahead and pop those in. We got a couple of them there. But my last play is going to be Missouri minus 9.5. It's where it was at least when I typed it up last night. Missouri scored at least 42 points in every game so far. Offense been looking good. Their defense been looking good as well. Going against South Carolina. Sellers, questionable for the game. I haven't seen anything. It's a game. It's on at 6 o'clock. So, I mean, we're not going to hear anything for a while. You're not seeing a whole lot of injury updates anyway.
Just to put this out, I don't think he's playing, and I think you can see that with the number.
Yeah. When I looked last night, I saw like a maybe. So regardless, though, like I mean, maybe you wait to see how the line goes. But if he is like ruled out for sure, maybe it flies towards Missouri. But whether he plays or not, Missouri wins this game. I do think Sellers is a good quarterback, but like, man, we watched him against what was it? Virginia Tech. I think they played week 0, and I was like, man, in that first drive, I'm like, dang, this guy's good. And then it was like, well, I'm not sure. And then he had a good drive in the fourth quarter, and it's like, well, okay, not making the throws. The runs weren't all that great. I mean, it's so if they can take his legs away. I mean, then we talked about the Vandy game. I mean, Vandy may have broke them. We will see. Vandy may have ruined their season. Vandy might have broke them. Missouri could win by murder in this game potentially, so we'll see how it goes. I got it minus 9.5 is what we're looking at here for Missouri. Good spot. I think just another emotional type. Are they going to be able to get back up? Are they going to get it back up with the backup? I don't think so. I think Missouri walks all over them, runs all over them.
And you know why I totally agree with this play? Because a little kid, scrawny kid, that grew up wanted to be They're at blue and white, Happy Valley. Bo Prabula, the Penn State backup, is leading Mizzou.
Yeah.
Kid's a dog. Every time I see Drew Lar not complete a pass, I think about what could have been.
Yeah.
When I watch him toss another interception against Notre Dame when I'm in the front row down in Miami this year, I'll be thinking what could have been with Bo Prabula. But I will remember the times today, like today, where we take Mizzou on the spread.
He's I remember him coming in for relief a couple times and like kind of sparking. I think Drew Lar got hurt one time, I think, and he came in and he like
and they would have like set plays for him.
Yeah.
Where he would just come in randomly for Drew Lar and be like, okay, well, what's he gonna do? And he would just like kind of run the ball. But the kid can throw.
Right. Using him the wrong way.
I love Bo. He is a Penn Stater till the day he dies. Like always in my heart. Love that kid.
Yeah, for sure. For some reason I was like, why is this? I didn't put two and two together. Of course, I'm not a Penn State fan, but I was like, that name is familiar. And then of course that's now I remember. Yeah. All right, go ahead and start dropping these. We normally hang out for another 10 minutes or so. We're about on pace is what we usually are at. If you have additional questions about particular games, I did see, Michigan, Nebraska in there. Nobody's asked about the, Oklahoma game. There's some pretty big games out there. Just because there's big games doesn't always mean they're worth the ones to bet on, or whatever. So, leg, I'm not even going to try to even go with all that. What is that? Leg one, T clips.
Clips. Come on, man. Legit clips.
Oh, okay. Maybe some Call of Duty or something. This is tough. Like, I looking at the game, I'm like, oh, UNLV. And then I looked into it harder and I was like, I don't know if I'm interested.
Yeah, so I did look at this game.
I don't know.
I looked at it hard. I love Maction. And I love a Maction dog at home. But the Miami Red, the defense, the offense, has just looked so bad. I can't really trust them to, if UNLV is able to find points, I'm not really sure, where Miami will find theirs. So I just stayed away from it because what it feels like to me is this is a classic situation where the book is begging you to take UNLV. Right? They got him below 3, I believe. It wasn't last time.
It's dropped down to 1.5 now.
Okay. See, so I'm just staying away from this because this is begging. They're 3-0. Now, they did almost lose to, Idaho State. They haven't looked good at times, but then they have looked good. But how is an 0-2 team against a 3-0 team that they know probably the public is heavy on with UNLV continuing to drop? I would stay away from this game. If you do take it, obviously Miami, Ohio, plus 3.5 or whatever. But this game, I just don't see value on it because – this seems like a trap game where at the end you're going to be scratching your head and be like, how the hell did they beat UNLV?
Especially at 1.5. You can't bet it. There's no value there. If it was at 3.5, sure, Miami.
Right. Or 2.5, you move it, but it's just it's
now there's nothing.
Yeah, because they're forcing you to have to take UNLV because how can you take Miami, Ohio with how bad that offense is? Okay. I'll go first. Michigan, I think, loses. Look, people are going to kill me. People are already talking trash in the chat. But let me explain to you why. This is going to be – we've already seen what happens when Michigan goes on the road against a big opponent, right? They played Oklahoma, and they got beat pretty bad. Underwood's a freshman, true freshman, going on the road in the Big Ten in an environment like in Nebraska is a dangerous situation for any freshman quarterback. So based on that alone, you take away all the other stuff. Take away how good Nebraska's been, Michigan, how they looked. You just look at just break it down to simple stuff like that. Freshman quarterback on the road, hostile environment. I think Nebraska wins outright.
I think Michigan wins outright.
I'm not even surprised.
But
you're like a Michigan fan, though.
No, absolutely not.
No, you are.
Absolutely not. I grew up hating Michigan.
Until when? Like a few years ago.
Nah, Notre Dame.
You love Michigan. It's like your second favorite team. It's all right. It's okay. It's like your backup team when Notre Dame.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy. Yeah, because he's done so good for us so far. Yeah. Go Carson Wentz starting tomorrow. Yeah. I think exactly what you said is true, but Michigan has the X factor in that freshman, who I would imagine is going to continue to get better. Dylan Raiola is not mobile, not a running quarterback. When you get in trouble, I think I see him get flustered. Nebraska's got a great defense. This could be, I mean, under 47.5. This could be a stupid low total. I mean, I don't know what the first half is, but if it was under 3 touchdowns, that might not be a bad play, to be honest. It's a slow start, grueling defense, but it looks like my internet's kind of being goofy, so hopefully it's not bad. But anyway, yeah, I like Michigan. I mean, it's tough. You got to pick somebody, and I think in this spot in a essentially a pick 'em, you have you can take the more dynamic quarterback is how I look at it.
Look, quit disrespecting Dylan Mahomes, okay?
Yeah, right.
Keep disrespecting that guy. All right, I saw something up here that asked me about TCU, so I will give you guys one free play that I've already dropped in the Discord. We're taking TCU team total. I think it's 34.5. TCU team total over 34.5. I think in this game, just like Jort said, is going to have a ton of points. Last year we saw it. I mean, they got smoked last week. This is like a perfect last year. This is an opportunity, one revenge spot. They want to come, like they got embarrassed. 60-some points put up, but they still scored 40-some. I think they win. I think that they try to make a statement today. And they're obviously SMU's defense is bad. This is just going to be just up and down. This is going to be a great game to watch. TCU team total. Horned Frogs. Notre Dame. Better.
So the Notre Dame line is running. So people are continuing to bet Notre Dame. I swear it was 23.5 last night. It's 25.5. I don't like that number. I would want it under 24. But obviously resident, Notre Dame expert here. They're 0-2. I was actually looking because I saw that comment. I was looking just to make a comment about it. For them to get 10 wins, it's plus 210. I think for them to make the playoffs is like plus 180. So, I mean, Notre Dame still obviously has hopes. They still, people still think they're obviously, because it's Notre Dame. I mean, you generally find themselves. I mean, you got to make money still. Notre Dame, you want Notre Dame in the playoffs. Notre Dame's got to run the table, and it starts right now. Notre Dame has played 2 really good teams. Now they can go out there and theoretically they should flex their muscles, take an in-state, Purdue, beat them to the ground kind of thing. I mean, if they don't, they have to in a sense of like style points or whatever, in my opinion, or whatever. So this one right here, Ty.
Yes.
Love to know what you think about it because I really like BYU, but I just feel like there's something like East Carolina's got something going on at this game. It's not like senior night, but it's some kind of like something night, I think. And like they chose BYU, and it's just like I was reading, they're like, man, this is, it's a game for East Carolina to win, yada, yada, yada. But like, I still think BYU wins this game, but I don't know. I feel like the line could be bigger. It's just, I don't know. 6.5 doesn't seem like the right number.
Yeah, get the rum ready. Get the rum ready. The Pirates, I think, win this game.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. They played in the past. I think BYU's coming off of a bye, though, so that is a little concerning. But ECU is a spot that Mormons probably don't want to travel to. Like, it is a wild spot down there in Eastern. I think that they cover. I truly think that. And last time they played, I mean, they beat them 27-24 in BYU. Now, granted, this was back in 2022, but they play this team tough. They always do. So BYU is coming off, but I think that this is a live money line dog. Like, I think that they really have a shot to win. And anytime that you got a team like this coming to town for ECU, it's one of those spots where it's like, I'm not comparing them to App State or Troy, right? But anytime you get a name like a BYU coming to town, this team always stands up. I'm going with ECU on the spread, and I think that it's a live dog.
And then it's parent weekend is what he's got here. I knew they chose this game for parent weekend. I mean, thinking that they can go steal one kind of thing. So
yeah, I like ECU. Again, I do like dogs, period, in college, especially like key numbers. But when you're giving me a dog, at home, like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that, especially for like around a touchdown all day long. Oklahoma. Okay, I'll talk quick about this one. Yeah, I'm rolling with Oklahoma. John Mateer is a dog, dude. I mean, that kid is the man. I just don't see how we can go against everything that he's done so far this year. I think he's leading right now for the Heisman odds. I think he's like the shortest odds right now. So yeah, I would roll with John Mateer all day long.
Yeah, him and Beck tied. I agree. I mean, and the fact that they know Jackson Arnold's not that great, in my opinion. So there's a boost. You can play props. Ty gave out a play. I had OU moneyline Mateer like 200 yards. Boost it. That's minus 150. Boost it. It's plus money. Good look there if you can bet props. I think Mateer clears 200 easily. He's been like 250 plus 300s in all his games. Definitely an OU type of game, I feel like. Coming down to the last one, if you guys don't have anything else, I don't have an opinion on this game. I kind of looked at Ole Miss and then I like Tulane like killed me like 2 weeks ago, and like just two teams I'm not really interested in betting on. Ty, I don't know if you have an opinion.
Yeah, I mean, of course I have an opinion. Give me 1 second. I just pull it. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take Tulane on the spread. Ole Miss's defense last week, I think that they should have lost that game against Arkansas. On Arkansas in the Discord. And I want to say it was the receiver. Somebody fumbled, like as they were driving, and with like I don't know, maybe a minute left, maybe minute 20, minute 30. I don't know. Arkansas was rolling, dude, and I was like, they're gonna score and they're gonna outright win because we had them as an outright money line dog in the Discord. And that fumble, it would have. I don't know how much. They would not have had much time to be able to go down and score. So. I like Tulane on the spread. I think this Ole Miss defense is going to have some trouble. You know, their defensive backs don't look great. So yeah, I think Ole Miss wins the game, but Tulane probably covers. And I mean, Tulane covers, Ole Miss wins. This is not a live dog for me. Could be, but I just think that Ole Miss just all around just talent always finds its way to the top, right? And they always figure it out. And Ole Miss, I think is just the more talented team. They just have some issues there in the defensive back area of the field. Yeah, I don't know about over or under for this game. Sometimes Ole Miss wants to show up, put up a ton of points. Sometimes they're like, well, I don't even know where the offense went to. But yeah, I would just take. I only like a spread in this game.
Then Ty, you were on this game. I'm nowhere near it. I'm curious they would see a bunch of points
there
in
will
it.
be fireworks. Tough to say because Arizona is one of those teams that I feel like they play really, really gritty. Arizona State is. I don't know if we see fireworks in this game. Honestly, I didn't even look at the total. Arizona State's one of those teams that I just kind of stay away from totals because I feel like sometimes they want to grind you out, and then sometimes they want to be explosive. It's really hard to kind of, put a finger on like who they
60
are.
60 and a half.
60.
Seems high.
Gosh. Yeah, I think I'd probably just stay. Yeah, I mean, I don't take unders, but that's probably where I would lean.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I don't know if I'd take under. I just wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. Let's see. NC State, Duke thoughts.
We'll recap. I'm nowhere near this game.
Okay. All right. So I talked about it earlier, where it's just like you see these trap lines, right? Why is Duke favored? I get they're home, but why are they favored against NC State, who I believe is undefeated? I believe. Let me confirm this. Yeah, undefeated. To me, it seems like the book is saying, like, this is a gross game. I don't even know how you could put money on Duke, but I feel like if you are going to bet it, Trent, you have to take Duke. This is like the book is like screaming, hey, take NC State. It's like as soon as you look at it, you're like, wait, these guys are undefeated. They've looked good. I mean, they came back after getting smacked in the mouth in the first half last week against Wake Forest, and they win. They don't let Wake Forest score like another point the entire second half. I just think this is a classic situation where the book's like, hey, come take NC State, and Duke wins outright. Duke covers.
There you go. All right. We appreciate you guys. 45 minutes in here.
Yes,
yeah,
UAB,
I definitely does think so.
UAB does score enough for that total. Tennessee State or Tennessee Tech, whoever they played last week, scored like 17 points against Tennessee. Tennessee put up 72. UAB will be able to find a little success whether that's later on in the game when like the third stringers are in come the third quarter. But we won't need. We're going to just need. We might not even need help. I think Tennessee finds 60 or high 50s in this game, and then UAB will get us the rest.
Todd, I forgot about your dogs. Go ahead and run through that recap there.
I mean, the dogs are barking. We know it. Last week I hit a nice 3-leg dog parlay. It kind of stinks because my guys aren't playing this week. Well, they are, but they're massive favorites. Vanderbilt, love those dogs. But we're going to go with Arizona State, Nebraska, and Illinois. Like, I'm not even going to BS you guys. The rate at which I've been hitting outright dogs, I'm actually a little confused about it. Like, yesterday we hit Tulsa, money line.
You're right.
That's my guy.
That's
my guy. That's like my brother-in-law right there. Mitch, what's good, my guy? But yeah, the dogs are barking. Knock, knock. Who's at the door? The dogs are going crazy. It's Arizona State. It's Nebraska. And it's Illinois.
There you go. Got anything else to say about that recap there?
Really not a dog. So if you want to remove that, I think because it's like minus 102 or something like that. So if you want to remove that.
Which one?
Nebraska. I'm just saying, if anybody wants to, you could roll with like a, I don't know, you could roll with a, screw it. You could roll with like an ECU. Yep. But we'll keep Nebraska on there.
Why don't you go through the rest of that recap there? Then we'll close her out.
We're going with the Utes. It's to the Utes. Minus 2.5. Illinois plus 7.5. Now, real quick, I took Utah minus 2.5 at FanDuel because it was like minus 136. At DraftKings, which is like a huge red flag to me, it was like minus like 150 something. Like that's a large difference between two different sites. So went with it on FanDuel. Illinois plus 7.5. Right? I'm big on key numbers. You guys know this. So move it up just a point. Arizona State plus 3.5. Kansas team total over 33.5, and Tennessee UAB over 68.5.
Last one here from the comments. I got screaming kids. I got to figure out. Hopefully no one's bleeding. But I do like him if you can bet the rush plus pass, I would lean that way. I think it's like 315 right now, and he's had like 360 every game. The dude's been phenomenal. But yeah, 200 is definitely an alt line there, Rudy. I know that's not his flat line there, but yeah, like him tonight for sure. My recap here: we're going SMU, TCU over 63.5, North Texas. I didn't change it, but let's go to minus 2.5 or whatever it is. I feel like that's a little unfair to take like a minus 150 on here. Kansas minus 12.5. Miami, I did pull down minus 6.5. It's like minus 130. Honestly, that's just, if you're going to really bet it straight, you got to take the smart number there. And then Missouri minus 9.5 for my 5 plays here for week 4. Got 10 plays we like here a lot. We talked about you got to scroll up, but all the way up here. Push this button. All the way up there in the comments, we have the link for the free, 3 days or whatever for the weekend. If you want to hang out with us, talk to us. Me and Ty both have. I have all my plays posted now. Ty kind of posts them throughout in the live plays. I'll come in on some stuff in the evening too. Got the parlays that need to come out and everything here yet. Sign up there for free, or if you're liking us, you want to just go ahead and jump into it. Got the link in the description there as well. NFL, of course, on the slate for tomorrow. I've got a ladder that I put out for tomorrow that, boy, I think has some fantastic value. I can't wait to see how that shakes out with Carson Wentz. We'll see. We'll see if the Vikings rejuvenate another quarterback like they have in the past with Brett Favre, Sam Darnold, Case Keenum.
Not just mention those two names in the same breath, dude. Like, come on.
Old quarterbacks on their third team, or whatever. Like,
man, listen, Notre Dame Vikings. The bias is crazy. Like that is just
my team.
I had Carson. Like, Carson Wentz was here. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not real hopeful, but he might. We'll see.
What are you thinking? Like, you being like, I'm sharp. I'm gonna take Carson.
Yeah. I am sharp. We'll see how sharp I am. All right. Well, we're gonna close her out here. We appreciate you guys as always. We'll see you guys next week. See you in the Discord hopefully, and let's win
Forks
some money.
up, baby. Forks up.
We'll see you.